Alright, we have my Caterpillar E70B here and had to pull the actual back covers off here and check out all the steel lines. The one on the one side is actually leaking pretty good. We had to do a little temporary repair. We had a pinhole leak right there. So, had to crawl underneath the turret, unbolt the steel line there. We're going to replace it with a braided steel hydraulic hose. And so I went ahead and to do the repair, like I said, go ahead and remove your covers. You have one cover right here and you have a cover right here. I went ahead and removed this top hydraulic line to give me a little bit more access to this one right here. Pretty much what happens is when it's sitting it's fine, but when you go under power for the tracks, the little pinhole starts leaking out, and as you know, hydraulic fluid gets expensive quick. So we're going to actually, instead of there's two ways you can do this. You can actually cut it, replace it, weld it back. As you can see, over the years, it has pitted up a little bit. So we're actually going to go ahead and replace it with the braided steel line. With that covering on there, the plastic covering, it just kind of protects it a little bit, and it's easier to get in and out of too. So I'm going to end up having to replace both of them. This one hasn't started leaking yet, but as you can see, it's got a little bit of pitting going on, so it's just a matter of time before that one comes through. So let me go ahead and get this the rest of the way off, and I will show you what we had, and then part two of this will be the new install with the rubber hose. Alright, if both of the fitting and the pipe come together, that's okay. Pretty much just get it out of here and then you can come back with something and get in here. It's just such a tight fit. The bolts on the back side of the drive motor. So just pretty much at this point we're just going to get it out, slide it out of the machine, and take a look at how bad the little pinhole was. Alright, pretty much got that booger out of there. So now the fun of actually wiggling this thing out of here. Now one of the things, if you have a problem with it, just go ahead and cut it. You're going to be replacing it with a braided steel line anyways, so it's no big deal. I'm going to see if I can actually wiggle it out first, and if not, I'm going to take the grinder and just go ahead and cut this thing in half. Just make it easier to get it out. Alright, well, my rainy day repair is pretty much done, and you can actually see how deep that pitting had gotten, and this is pretty much where the leak was right here. And the rest of the pipe has gotten it pretty bad too. So it's out. Actually, I didn't have to cut it. I was able to wiggle it out. Part of that was because one of the lines has been replaced with a rubber hose. That made it a lot easier, so I was able to wiggle it out of the way. If it had all three of the steel lines in there, it'd be near impossible to get it out. So like I said, at that point, just cut it. Easiest part to, or easiest section for you to get to, cut it, pull it out in two pieces, and you'll be good to go. So at that point, off to the hydraulic shop, get a new rubber braided steel line made up for it, and then we'll be back, get it installed in, and that's one of those leaks all fixed. So like I said, hydraulic fluid's getting expensive nowadays, and I don't like my machines leaking, so I'm going to go and just replace it. And the rubber hose is just a lot easier to maneuver around in there, and it'll last longer. So anyways, part two of this will be getting it all replaced and topping off some hydraulic fluid. Hope you guys enjoyed it.